And welcome back to the New York Giants franchise rebuild. Here today we have Wildcard action. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day. Please leave a like, comment down below what you thought of today's action, and don't forget to subscribe. Now I know I should have handled last episode a little differently as we're coming off a loss versus the Atlanta Falcons in the last 4 games of the regular season. Due to that loss, we lost the rights to the #1 seed. But I feel like if we got this victory over the Falcons, we would have been able to do so. But if you look on the NFC, we see a very interesting setup here for the postseason. We have the East, the South, and the West all playing 3 more divisional games, as both the Vikings and the New York Jets each sit pretty as the #1 seed. And if you look on the other side, you have the Chiefs, the Patriots, the Ravens, the Bengals, the Texans, and the Bills all sitting here and waiting to play their games and try to get on to the Super Bowl. I think we have a legitimate shot this year to make a very good run, but it starts here versus the Philadelphia Eagles. An Eagles team where we've played now, when this is our 3rd matchup, and we beat them 31-14 in the first game, and then we smoked them 45-24. But this game is the game that means the most. If we lose, we go home and we have another off season in the next episode. If we win, we get to continue to move on here. So one thing to consider here, just a little bit of a housekeeping, is that we are dealing with some injuries. Tyrone Tracy, he's out today. He's going to be missing the first 2 playoff games. And that is a significant injury for us. He is one of our more capable backs, and missing this time is important. That means first-round pick Taylor Wilkerson, he's going to get some more opportunities with David Montgomery. Drake London, he's out for the next 4 games. I suspect that he could come back for the Super Bowl, but he's out, and he's an important receiver. Wan'Dale Robinson did hit 1,000 yards this year, so hopefully he can help out take his place. And then Leonard Williams, he's out for the next 2 weeks, and he's missed some time throughout this season, and he's been a solid starter for our defensive line for us. He has started to slow down due to the injuries, but 3 starters out today. But today we are welcoming back a familiar face, and we are welcoming back Mike Evans to the roster, coming back wearing his number 13. A year ago, Mike Evans played for the New York Giants, caught 26 passes for 402 yards and caught 3 scores. All of his scores were over 45 yards. So he's a big playmaker, and I feel like at the current state of our receiving core, with 3 young guys that all have concerns of mine, we need a veteran to come in here and help solidify this team. So Evans, with the injury to Drake London, is coming in and stepping right away. I did decide to move one of our linebackers to the practice squad. I think it was Steve Taylor here. You know, he doesn't get that much playing time, mostly on special teams, and our linebacker depth is good enough in my eyes. So let's go check out this Philly team one more time and then hop into the wild card action. And here are the Philadelphia Eagles. We know this team very well. They have 2 very dominant receivers in A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith that can take over a game. You have a quarterback in Jalen Hurts that can make some plays for your team. Saquon Barkley is still here, trying to get some more revenge on his old Giants squad. They're very deep at receiver. They have 2 quality tight ends here and a good offensive line that they have drafted 2 rookies that are currently playing at 80 overall. Throw on top of the fact they have a very good defensive line, led by Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis as well. Keith Grant, their superstar linebacker, has developed very nicely next to Devin White. They have a very good young secondary here. They've drafted 2 young corners. CJ Gardner-Johnson, though, he will be out today. So they are a little bit weaker in the secondary. This should be a fun matchup. let's go hop into the wild card round here at MetLife. Wild card action here today. John Sherman meets Jalen Hurts here in their third meeting today. New York has smoked the Philadelphia Eagles twice already this season, and they're looking to do so again. With a fully healthy defensive line with their edge rushers in Kayvon Thibodeau and Brian Burns and Dexter Lawrence, we're hoping this trio can help lead this defense. With a very good secondary with Demetrius Evans and Christian Branford back there. But New York is led by their offense. Top 5 in points, yardage in terms of both passing and running. They have a very good trio at running back, this Giants squad, and Malik Neighbors is the leading receiver in terms of receiving yards. John Sherman put on a campaign that was excellent, but you throw out the records here in the postseason. Let's get into it. Let's get into and try to make a run here for the Super Bowl. As we had an injury during the kickoff, so John Sherman's numbers won't be shown, but I think he threw like 30 some odd touchdowns, less than 15 interceptions. As we'll start with the 2 tight end look, here comes David Montgomery, the veteran back, gets 2. As we are suffering another injury here, and this is to John Michael Schmidt. This is not what you want to see in the first play. AC James, number 57, probably will have to finish this game here at center. But here comes Montgomery as David Montgomery puts his head down and he picks up 18 on his second touch. New York is known to lean on their running game and have a deep threat and shooting the ball deep. As we see that Watson here, one of our backup linebackers, he's out for today. Taylor Wilkerson, first time seeing him check in, and same thing for Mike Evans. Theo Johnson is the motion man. Sherman will look to throw, connects here, and this is Wandale. He picks up 11 on his first pitch and catch. I just got the word John Michael Schmidt will be out for today. Casey James, the rookie, will have to step up. Here's the other rookie, though, Taylor Wilkerson, picking up 12 as New York is driving. As this is an injury to, I think, Jordan Davis right now. Second down and 7 here. Sherman will stand the aerial attack. This time, he will look for Malik Neighbors, and Neighbors bursting up the field, and he'll be tackled here. Goal to go action at the 1. What a job there by Malik Neighbors right off the slant. Sherman staying strong in the pocket, and that is your leading receiver in the league. New York brings in the fullback and 3 tight ends. Taylor Wilkerson gets the call, goes up the gut. Touchdown, New York, as the rookie will find his first score in the postseason off a 1-yard rushing touchdown, as New York's opening possession will lead to 6. What a job here. Now we get to see the veteran quarterback in Jalen Hurts. I believe has won a Super Bowl in this franchise. And now he has to go out there and try to beat this Giants defense here. And he's played very well this year. 19 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He has dealt with some injuries. This Eagles team is starting to get a bit older. And they're going to be, again, relying heavily on these receivers. Our defense allows a lot of yards, but we get to the quarterback pretty consistently. This first play will go to Devontae Smith for 11. See that number 91, Bobby Brown, is out there. Our second-round pick from this past class, as he's going to get some snaps. As this pass here will go to the backup tight end, McLean, as he's going to break a tackle. McFadden has to drag him down. A big play here. He's their future tight end. Second down and 10 here. Hurts in the shotgun. Looks to throw. Looking end zone now, and left alone. And that's Dotson here. The former commander, John Dotson here, as Philly here in the wild card action will retie everything up. So far, both defenses have allowed 6 points. Will the Eagles be able to slow us down? Here comes Taylor Wilkerson picking up 6 more. Wilkerson will stand the ball game. Sherman will look to throw. Quickly now sends it outside to Malik Neighbors. Easy pitch and catch there, trying to get the receiver some early targets. Sticking with the 3 receiver set here. Now Mike Evans is the motion man here. Sherman will look to throw. Sending it underneath here to Wandale. Wandale cuts it back upfield, picks up 11 more. So New York is not afraid to throw the football. They'll stay in the aerial attack. Wants Neighbors again. Connects here, as this is his third catch, already for 50 yards. You're at the 25 now. I formation. Here comes the pitch here to David Montgomery. Montgomery puts his head down, drives up the field, tackled here at the 8. Second down and 2 tight end formation. Sherman, play action, looks to throw, wants Wan'Dale, and he connects here. Touchdown, New York. Wan'Dale Robinson, who had a little over 1,000 yards this campaign due to the last couple of weeks without Drake London. But Wan'Dale will get us back the lead here. Great play by this Giants team. Here at the 24 is Jalen Hurts and company, as Hurts will hand the ball off here to Saquon Barkley. Barkley cuts it outside. Isaiah Simmons slows him down, but I pick up 8. Do our best to slow down number 26 as well. Barkley can easily take over. Barkley gets another call. Met here by Burns and Parks. Second down and 10 here. Jalen Hurts in the shotgun. 3 receivers set, as Hurts will hand the ball off back to Barkley, getting a lot of calls, but a loss of a yard due to Tyler Nubin. Will the Giants send pressure here on third down and 11? 2 tight end formation here. Barkley is the motion man. Hurts will look to throw, slings it over the middle. Here comes A.J. Brown. Brown breaks free, and he will be tackled inside the New York 40. Big play there by Philly, as now New York sends 5. This pass goes right back to Brown, and as Evans is in coverage, allowing 9. Easy pitch and catch there to A.J. Brown. Now Barkley motions out wide. New York sends 5 more. This pass here goes back to Brown, his 3rd straight reception inside the 15. Which defense will make a play first? New York is trying to do so. Here comes Jalen Hurts, feeling the rush, now escapes, looks to run it himself, able to get the edge, dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Jalen Hurts and his Philadelphia Eagles squad, as this game is back to be tied up here at 14 apiece. New York now takes over, tied up here. High-scoring affair early on in this wild card action, as New York hands the ball off to Montgomery for 2. 1 quarter down in the books here, and we're all tied up at 14 apiece. New York driving. Base of third down, as they will turn to Theo Johnson. Tackle past midfield, as New York gets the fresh set of downs. 3 receivers set here for Sherman. He'll go play action, sets his feet, and he turns to the veteran receiver, and Mike Evans. Welcome back to New York. All season long, he's been on the couch, waiting for a call, and he gets one here by New York. Fresh set of downs here. Giants now will go play action. Sherman looks to throw, felt the rush, and Toon will throw him down, their young defensive lineman. Second down and 21. Sherman will stay in the aerial attack, sending it out here to Blake Neighbors. Neighbors got underneath it, and he's able to get 22. Wow. Philly sent out a blitz, and New York made them pay. Fresh set of downs here. Shotgun look here for Sherman. Taylor Wilkerson gets the call off the motion of Theo Johnson to pick up 5. Wilkerson will stay in the ball game here. Sherman will look to throw, not liking anything, and he's sacked again. Thrown down here by Isaac, as this is a loss of about 11. Philly's defense has gotten some pressure here on this possession, now looking to clean it up. Sherman finds Wan'Dale, and it's just shy of the first down. New York here, will they have to settle for 3? Sending out the second-year kicker here, as I have struggled with these. For this 40-yarder to retake the lead. Oh my god, I thought that was going to be bad. Right down it was good, thankfully. Can we see our defense make some plays? It's Philly now, opportunity to take the lead for the first time. Jalen Hurts will be in an empty look. He will look to throw, pressured, as he will not connect with his man in Dallas Goedert with another drop. Pressure almost got home that play, as it's second down and 10 here for Jalen Hurts. Stay in the passing game, sending it here, A.J. Brown, as Brown will get the first down and a lot more. So A.J. Brown just got shaken up, and that's a pretty big loss here for Philly, who will replace him. As now Hurts will keep it himself here, and he's going to be losing a yard due to Kayvon Thibodeau. Making this now a second down and 11 here, almost halfway through the second quarter. Hurts standing strong, now looks to run, and he's met by Thibodeau. Kayvon Thibodeau forcing a third down and 15 off that sack. Back-to-back plays of negative yardage here for Philly. Still no A.J. Brown here. Now it's a third down and 15. Can New York get off the field and force the first punt of today? Hurts now in the shotgun, looks to throw. Plenty of time, steps in, finds Barkley. Saquon here will be just 2 yards shy of the first down. What will Philly do? John Sherman and the offense has put up points on every possession. They're looking to continue that trend. Sherman connects here quickly here to Mike Evans, and the veteran receiver picks up 7 more. Second down and 3 here for Sherman. Theo Johnson motioning. Quick hitter, this time for Wandale. First down, his 5th reception. First down here for New York. Motioning Theo Johnson as Taylor Wilkerson is the back. He gets the call. Wilkerson puts his head down, picks up 9 more. On a motion here for Theo Johnson. That trend continues here. Sherman will look to throw quickly now. 2 for Theo, and he will get the first down. Now New York will go into the pistol look, entering into Philly territory. Here comes Montgomery. Picks up 7. This Giants offense is completely in rhythm right now. Sherman looks to throw, stepping away from pressure, feeling the rush. Now gets some good blocks there as John Sherman runs up the field, tackled inside the 15 of Philly. As Sherman has done that all year long. What a play. Wow. It's a tough catch that Mike Evans couldn't reel it in. Here comes Montgomery though, and David Montgomery will make this a third down and inches here at the 4. Third down and inches here at the 4. New York doesn't have to go far for the first down, and they won't get there. As that is Toon making some big plays here for this Philly team. Wilkerson loses technically a yard. Philly did not go for it, but New York will. 4th down and 1 here at the 5. Sherman hands the ball off to Montgomery as David punches it in here for a big time run. New York will go up by 2 scores. They see blood. They want to take advantage of it, especially versus their divisional rival here in the Philadelphia Eagles. Well, A.J. Brown is back out there on the field. 1:01 to go in here in the first half. Jalen Hurts got hit as he threw, and the ball falls incomplete due to the broken up coverage there by Christian Branford. Now what do you do? 3rd down and 10. Goddard is the motion man. Barkley gets the call. Barkley up the gut. Gets the first time timeout Philly. A.J. Brown again shaken up. And I don't know how Philly's offense will be without Brown. Here comes Hurts. Pressured is sent here by New York. Good catch here. Cameron. Another last time out here for Philly. 2nd down and 10 here for Hurts, as they want to get some type of points. Now escaping to the left. Hurts sends it down the field. Caught here, Devontae Smith. As we had Philly had 2 wide open receivers. 4 seconds on the clock here in the second half. Philly will end it by taking 3, sending us into halftime, making this game 24-17. I believe Philly will start with a football here at the beginning of the second half, and they will look to re-tie it up at 24 apiece. But New York has had 4 possessions here in the first half, all of them ending in points. As we are the first game, it looks like here in the NFC to be played. I don't know if the AFC has. But we'll see here. We got to continue playing well offensively and defensively. We can't keep the trend of scoring on every possession because I just don't think that's feasible. At the beginning of the second half, here comes Jalen Hurts. Hurts has thrown a couple touchdowns. He's rushed 1 in. He's played pretty well today, but they've had 1 drive that they had it to punt, and that's why they're down. Looking to re-tie it up here at 7 apiece without A.J. Brown, though. Devontae Smith, number 6, expect a much more action. Ball's placed on the ground, picked up here by New York. First play here in the second half. Right now, it's going to go all New York if this play stands. And I think it was Tyler Nubin who provided the hit. Branford picked it up. And yeah, I think that this is a fumble here for Philly. I can't tell. As the previous play is under review, and I think that they're gonna probably rule this Philly's ball. It is Philly's ball here at their own 43. So we'll see. Here comes Dallas Goedert. Had a couple drops here in this first half. Now he picks up 5. You gotta be able to shut down number 6 and number 26. Hurts here. We'll get Dexter Lawrence to jump off sides. And I think that will be pick up a first down here for Philly. 2nd down and 6 here, or 2nd down and 10 here. Jalen Hurts past midfield, motioning Dobbs here. Gonna hand the ball off to Barkley. Barkley now will pick up 3. 3rd down and 7 here, out of field goal range though. As Jalen Hurts here needing to get the first down. Pressure to send here by Thibodeau, and it does not get home, but the pressure though will force a throwaway. Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau and company made a good play here and forcing another punt here for Philly. And here comes this Giants offense here. They'll start at their own 4, so backed up here. Better punt this time around. As New York has led on their ground game early on, but John Sherman has been slinging the rock pretty well as well. We've scored on every possession, looking to continue that trend. Here comes Montgomery, as he will pick up 8 more. 2nd down and 8 here. Staying on the ground, Montgomery goes up the middle, picks up the first down and more. 2nd down and 8 here. Staying on the ground here, David Montgomery, as Montgomery will get his team to the 30. And it looks like Evan Neal is the shaken up Giant, and he's heading back to the locker room. Probably Will Hernandez will have to step up. So another injury across this line, number 76. Will Hernandez steps in. As the Giants stay on the ground here, Wilkerson picks up 5 more. I just got the word, no more Evan Neal. So Will Hernandez, the veteran. Our backups are stepping up today. Sherman will look to throw, and he connects Wandale. Breaks a tackle, tries to fight, and he gets to midfield, picking up also the first down in the process. 2nd down and 10 here for Sherman. Back to the passing game. Connects here underneath here to Mike Evans. The veteran receiver picks up a first down. It's very difficult to slow down this Giants offense as they're going to continue to provide the pressure on this Eagles team. Picking up 8 more now is Montgomery. 2nd down and 2. Sherman motioning out. Is back here. Looks to throw. Left alone is Theo Johnson. Caught and touchdown. New York extends on their lead here. Continuing to score on every possession. This time, it's for the 4th year tight end in Theo Johnson. Wow. You just can't leave him alone like that. What can the Eagles do here, starting at their own 40? Hurts pressured again, and Hurts somehow escapes. Jalen Hurts up the field. He's at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Philadelphia. 60-yarder for Jalen Hurts. No one could just get him to the ground. We had 5 players that could have brought him down, and they just couldn't. Jalen Hurts giving this Eagles team life again. But Philly's defense needs to figure out how to get off the field. Here comes Montgomery. He picks up 8. It's just been easy lanes here for this running game, even with 2 backup offensive linemen. Sherman hands the ball off. Montgomery cuts it to the outside. And a veteran goes over 100 yards here in the playoffs. Here at the 46, Sherman motioning out David Montgomery here. Sherman takes the snap. He looks to throw. This time, deep shot here. Evans! And Mike Evans reels it in here at the 20. Left alone on one-on-one coverage. And the veteran receiver, welcome back to New York. Sherman taking a deep shot here. You gotta love to see it. 2nd down and 13 here. New York will stay on the ground here with Montgomery popping another one. This time for 11. 3rd down and 2 here. Pistol look, play action. Sherman sets his feet, connects here. Hunter Henry as the number 2 tight end will get the 1st down. 3rd down and goal here for John Sherman. He takes it, looks to throw, end zone, diving effort. Wandale couldn't connect. Just off his hands, that would have been a touchdown. New York here will settle for 3. It's going back up here by 2 scores. 22-yard field goal attempt, and it's good. And Jalen Hurts find a way to get him back in this ball game. Here he goes, looks to throw, failing to rush, looks to run, and he's able to slide safely for 8. He's their leading rusher. Giants might have to consider spying more on Jalen Hurts here as he's leaned heavily on his legs. As here comes, what's his name, Barkley, and he gets maybe a yard. 1 quarter to go here, down by 10 are the Eagles, and they need to pick up a 3rd down and 3. Here comes Jalen Hurts, finding Barkley. Barkley breaks free, as this is Valentine throwing him down. Here at midfield is Jalen Hurts and his offense here. And there's another penalty. I think this time it's on Leonard Sapp. Philly, though, out of field goal range. Facing a 3rd down and 7. New York sends a blitz. Gets home is Thibodeau to force a bad throw. 4th down and 7 here. 4th down and 7 here, and Philly must go. Hurts will look to throw off the 4-man rush. Trying to make a play, goes down. This is Brian Burns making this a turnover on downs. No one was open, as now New York's red-hot offense looking to basically seal this ball game with another score. New York here starts at Philly's own 41-yard line. Theo Johnson motions, turning to Johnson, and this is a yard. Does get the clock moving here as Montgomery goes up the middle, and he gets 10 more. Montgomery gets a break here as Wilkerson will check in. He gets a call as the rookie stays on his feet, picking up 8 more. Making this now a 3rd down and 2 here at the 22. Sherman motioning, looks to throw. Sending it to Theo Johnson, who hangs on. What a catch there by Johnson. Fresh set of downs here for New York. Philly's defense has just had no answers for our offense, as this is Wilkerson getting a yard. As this is not a sight we want to see. The 1st round pick, Taylor Wilkerson, heading back to the locker room. That leaves David Montgomery and Antonio Gibson, as it's currently our only 2 healthy backs. Montgomery gets a call, as he will pick up 6 more. Big 3rd down here for the Giants. Sherman looks to throw, though. Connects here. Malik Neighbors. Goal to go action here. And no more Taylor Wilkerson. He's out for the rest of the day. We're going to have to check the injury report. As Montgomery will punch it in for the 2nd score. He's over 100 yards, and he has scored twice. As New York here extends on their lead here, and they continue to onslaught this Philly team in this campaign. As you're now down by 3 scores if you're Jalen Hurts. What do you do here? You got 5 minutes to go. Plenty of time. Time runs out. Leonard Sapp and company throw him down. And without A.J. Brown, there's a massive hole in this Eagles offense. 2nd down and 18 after the sack. Jalen Hurts motioning his man will go play action. More pressure in his face. Finds Devontae Smith, picking up 8. As Brian Burns, he's now shaken up and heading back to the locker room. This is our 4th injury today. Excuse me, our 5th injury today. And that's not good. 3rd down and 10 here. Hurts feeling more pressure. Thibodeau brings him down as New York defense here is just in the head of Jalen Hurts. No more Brian Burns. 4th down and 18 though, faces Hurts. New York sends more pressure. Ball is falling incomplete. Leonard Sapp provided the rush. And turnover on downs. Jalen Hurts cannot pick up another 4th down. And here comes John Sherman in the offense, looking to put this ball game away. John Sherman started at Philly's own 26, trying to end this game. Looks to throw, wants Malik Neighbors, dove for it, caught, touchdown New York. Malik Neighbors, as the Giants here will put the nail on the coffin here in the wild card action. The Eagles defense just could not stop our offense. Malik Neighbors puts this ball game away as the Giants will be moving on to the divisional round here. And here in the wild card round, New York will be sweeping the Philadelphia Eagles decisively. This time beating them 48-24. Jalen Hurts and company tried to do their best, and they kept it close throughout the whole first half. But our offense just never missed a beat. We scored on every single possession. John Sherman played excellent despite us losing 5 starters, really. And by the end of it, we were getting in Jalen Hurts' head. He really could do really much of anything. And yeah, we're moving on here. I did decide to put the backups in. So a couple passes completed by Huntley. But John Sherman, 23 of 27, 3 touchdowns, 85 completion percentage, over 300 yards. Hurts played his best. Really, and with that, once they lost AJ, it was very tough sledding for them. David Montgomery, we led on him. He went for 21 for a $140 and 2 scores. Gonna have to check the injury report for Wilkerson. Wandale caught 6 for 74 in a score. Neighbors caught 6 for 100. Theo Johnson caught 5 in a score. Evans even caught 4 off the couch and scoring and putting up 65. So pretty good day all around. Couple sacks allowed for our veterans, and Thibodeau brought it down Hurts twice. Rainey brought him down. Same thing with Burns, Sapp, and Dexter. Each had a half sack, no interceptions. Couple pass breakups. We're moving on here to the divisional round. Who will be our opponent? As we have suffered 2 injuries after today, Sean Michael Schmidt will miss the next 2 weeks. So technically would be back for the Super Bowl if we made it. I've yet to sim. So Schmidt here, important starter, but I think we'll turn to the rookie, most likely, maybe Will Hernandez. But unfortunately here, for Taylor Wilkerson, the first round pick of this past class, he is out with a dislocated hip, and we're gonna have to place him on injured reserve and bring in a new veteran, or bring in a veteran here. Significant injury here for our offense. But who will we be facing here in the divisional round? Let's go see. As we're gonna be facing off here against the New Orleans Saints, and that will be next time. We did play this Saints team maybe basically a month ago at this point in time. We played them all the way back in week 16. We beat them 24-17. Low scoring affair. John Sherman had a quieter day. It was kind of led by our ground game and everything. Wandale caught 8. I don't remember too much of this game besides Willie Gay just destroyed us. We'll see. Marshawn Lattimore had the lone pick. This should be a fun game here in the divisional round. How did we get to this point? And who did they played against the Panthers, and they beat them 24-23. Close scoring affair here. as Drexel Zach gets a victory here over Bryce Young, as Young and the Panthers will be now having to go to thinking about the offseason, as the LA Rams beat the 49ers 31-25. Brian Wilkers beats Sam Darnold, the veteran quarterback, as they will be now facing against the Minnesota Vikings on the AFC side. The number 2 Kansas City Chiefs, they beat the Patriots 26-22. And then the Ravens beat the Bengals 38-22. And then the Texans beat the Bills 24-21. It'll be Jets versus the Texans. And it will be the Chiefs versus the Ravens. So currently one wild card team remains, and that is the LA Rams here, which I do believe we've faced against. But how will the number one seeds face or play versus their up and coming opponents here? And due to the injury, let's go sign a running back, and then we'll wrap things up. Well, I was debating about bringing back Frank Gore Jr., but we're not going to go in that route. We're going to go in the route of bringing in the veteran back, the 33-year-old Alvin Kamara. Still good enough speed, acceleration, and agility. Good enough in terms of ball carrier vision, but really good hands. For the playoffs, we need to make sure that at least each back can catch the football. So, and he's going to be coming back to play against his old team. I don't know how big of a role he's going to have, as next time we're going to be playing against this New Orleans Saints team. A lot of injuries on our report. We have dealt with them throughout this campaign. We've overcome them, and hopefully we can continue on, and we'll welcome back Tracy and Leonard Williams, and barring any other injuries. That will be next time, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed today's action here. We smoked this Phillies team, and we're hoping to get another victory here over this Saints team. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and leave a comment down below what you thought, like the video, all that stuff. It means a lot to me, and I will see you in the next one.